It is a time for transformation. We are all transforming. We are expanding. We're in a time where everybody in the collective is rising to the challenge. We're all not sitting back anymore. We want to get things done. We want to get amongst it. We want to get involved and we want to lift. And as a collective, this is happening. So I'm a big believer love will always win. Love will always win, but we need to be in an attitude of gratitude and vibrate high. How do we do that? We let spirit close. We feel supported. And if we don't feel supported, we allow spirit to come close until we do. Okay, so that's just asking for their help, expecting them to show up and receiving. And that's what this reading's all about. It's about the fact we are all transforming, we are expanding, and we're all supported. And it's a matter of tapping into that. So what card would you pick? 1, 2, or 3? Because I've got messages here of love and support from our spirits. And it's time to see which one you're drawn to. So close your eyes, get grounded, and set the intention of what you need to hear how you're transforming and what that looks like. And then open your eyes and be drawn to either card number 1, 2, and 3. And let me share those readings with you. Card number 1, it is balance. You are literally transforming, knowing that balance is the key. Knowing that it is the key. Now, you've been connecting with nature. You've actually quietened your mind a bit more than usual of late. And I want to say the spirit is here to say, well done, congratulations, because balance is the key. So I can feel like meditation's been something that you've been more aware of, whether or not you're doing it actively. There's something in your mind that you've switched on to say, you know what, breathe. Calm down. You have a plan in place. Now, my hands switch on. I'm a Reiki master, and sometimes they switch on just when I'm walking through the shops or something like that. So I know whether or not this is you, and you're definitely someone people come to for help, or this healing is directed at you. But I know there's healing happening here that's really changing your perception, your perspective. And it's a time of great the word I want to say is congratulations. That's what I'm getting. It's like recognition. It's time that you give it to yourself. Don't look outside for it. That's where you can catch yourself out. And it's the balance, the light, the dark, the masculine, the feminine, all of that type of thing, where you're at a place now where you can see how the light complements the dark complements the light. And I know that, whether or not you're having these deep conversations about why do things happen, bad things happen to good people, why did that happen to me? But you're actually seeing the rationale, you're getting clarity. You're coming out of a time of darkness and confusion into a more clear time because you can see why things are happening. When we're in it, it's really, really hard to do. But you're getting better at it. And I just want to say, well done. I'm going to pull a couple of cards just to elaborate on the fact that balance is, usually when I get a balance card, I say, you need a balance, you need to look at that. But this one's different. This one's more like you're doing it. You're doing it. So whatever you're doing at the moment, keep doing it and realize what you're doing at the time. Do it mindfully, and then you'll find a bit more like you've achieved more, right? This is all within you. Okay, we got face your financial fears. You know what? I've had this deck for a very long time and not once have I ever seen this card. And it says, when you're honest with yourself about fears, of success or failure, they can no longer control you. So it's like you're getting a grasp around why you get triggered, why you're scared of things, why, you behave the way you do. And you're actually allowing yourself to go, you know what? It just is. That's the way I am. And you're facing up to the reality. You're owning your reactions. You're owning everything. So you're not blaming others for your scenario. You're taking ownership as to why you're where you are, and you're owning up to that. And that's the balance that's going in. That's the transformation. Just keep doing what you're doing, because it's really making a difference in your relationships, not only with yourself, but with other people, your line of work, all that type of thing. You're shifting. You're just sort of like shaking off the bullshit, and you're the first one to admit it. So when people come to you with constructive criticism, you're not getting offended as easy. You're saying, okay, yeah, I hear what you're saying. It's funny you mentioned that, because last night I just realized I had this revelation, and you're really stepping up because you're transforming into that place of balance. I also know that recently you've either done a chakra meditation or had a healing where I feel more balanced within you, mind, body, and soul. This also says be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness. You're already doing this. Now, if you're not aware, I need you to sit back and really listen to these words, because, Spirit sees all, and you're the one that's been drawn to card number 1. So this is your message. It's now time to take it and own it, because you really are being that person. You're being who you want to see, or what you want to see in other people. And that's the best way for us to shift relationships, not the other person. It's all about us. And you're doing that so beautifully. I really like this reading. It really feels nice. And the next part, it says there's nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released their self-doubts. And that's what the card is. It's balance. It's looking at you, knowing there's dark, knowing there's light, knowing there's lessons and experiences that you've been through, only to help you become the strong, resilient person you are. Allow yourself to be that, because Spirit's here to say, congratulations. Your absolute reading is about really letting you know that you are on purpose, you are on track. And if there's other things that are still niggling at you, it's time to look at them, face them, and move forward, because you've got the momentum and you've got the balance. And I want to say well done. And that is your reading for card number 1. Card number 2 is communication. Now, this card, if you have a look at it, has got the wolf. Now, the wolf really stands out to me the most out of all of this. And it's like you've got this, it's interesting because we can see wolves 2 different ways. Like, they're very much a pack animal, but we also have the lone wolf. So it feels like you're really working on explaining what you truly want. You've struggled with the throat chakra of late, and you're saying things where you're sort of tripping yourself up, going, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I said. Why would you hear that? And the communication's been quite strained. So you're very good in groups of people on your own terms. So you can't be just thrown into... Okay, and I'm also getting a wolf pack, thrown to the wolves. You've got a lot of different things going on here. Now, remember, these are general readings, but it feels as though you've been thrown to the wolves, and you have to speak. And you've had trouble with that communication aspect. But Spirit's here to say that if you keep flowing with your words, like literally open your mouth, you're going to hear yourself say what you need to say. But if you hold back and not allow yourself to be that lone wolf, you're not going to experience the teamwork. So it feels as though recently you've felt a little bit secluded, a little bit left to the side, outcast even. But there's a lot of that you've done yourself. You've actually pulled yourself away from the celebrations, away from the people, away from showing them your face, basically. Now, it's time that Spirit's showing you, it's time that you actually do just throw yourselves to the wolves. Allow yourself to be a pack animal again and speak, because you're a very good listener. But there's been times of late where you've actually been quite judgy. Remember, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, and I'm very much channeling spirit here. And look, we're all human. We all get to that place. But, you know, it was interesting, and I'll share an example. The other morning, I heard my alarm go off on my phone that was in the kitchen. And I thought, and then someone just turned it off, and I thought, oh, geez, you know, and I just instantly blamed my husband in my head, right? Why would he do that, you know? Obviously, I had to get up. I had to be up this far. And I'm having this whole argument in my head, attacking my husband before I had even got out of bed. So I got out of bed later on, and I said, and who turned off my phone? You know, being quite cocky and ready to fight. And my little boy goes, oh, that was me, Mum. Straight away, my heart melted. And I thought, oh. And then I went, wow. Here I am ready to fight, making up my own mind what was happening when it was not even true. So why I share that story is because there's something similar going on. You're making up things in your mind without giving other people the chance to explain, other people an opportunity to communicate. Spirit's here to say, we're clearing your throat chakra now. We're allowing you to speak your words, but it's not one-on-one, it's to the group. It's to the group. That's the real thing that I'm finding here, because you're allowed to howl. Use the full moon. Use the full moon to even speak to the moon and say, this is how I feel, and get it off your chest, so that when you do go to the masses, you can speak through clarity and intention. And you know, but there's something here that you need to bring to the people. You need to bring it, whether it be a platform like YouTube, whether it be on stage, whether you're talking at a presentation or at, you know, a gathering of some description. But I feel like you're in front of people, you're speaking, and you're speaking your truth. It's not necessarily what people want to hear, but it's what you have to say. And it's this communication that's going to be an absolute healing journey for you. So, you know, feel free to comment below and share what it is that you need to bring to the people, because you've got something to say. You need to speak it. And once you do that, you're going to feel so much more momentum in your world, because, you know, you've been shut down. People have been telling you that what you're saying is ridiculous, this, that, and the other. It doesn't matter what the reaction is. It matters that you're not speaking. So it's time to clear this throat chakra. Spirit's showing me they're doing this beautiful healing around this area. Whether or not you've been suffering any thyroid issues or tonsillitis or pharyngitis or anything going on here, send beautiful, loving healing and just have the intention to your throat, and allow your words to spill over. As long as they're true, as long as they're from your heart. That's all that matters here. As long as they're true to you, and from your heart. And that is your beautiful reading for communication. That's where you're transforming at the moment. And that is your reading for card number 2. Last but not least, card number 3, and it is believe. Believe. There is absolutely a transformation happening within your belief system. And you know what? Whatever you believe, you can achieve. So I know that there'd have to be some sort of shift in what you can bring to the table, what you're bringing to the world, what you're doing with your everyday, what you're doing in your relationships, what you're doing, you know, at work, wherever it may be, or it's just with what you're bringing to yourself. Belief is a very interesting thing, because, for example, when I was in grade 2, being Italian, I had, you know, my grandparents all spoke Italian. In grade 2, I remember that my girlfriend, her grandmother came to pick her up from school, and she's like, you know, hop in the car, Rebecca. And I'm like, And I was so confused at 8 years old, because I thought all old people spoke Italian. And that's because that's all I was exposed to. And in this reading, there's something that you've only been exposed to all your life. And why wouldn't you believe that? That was all you had. But now it's almost like you've cracked open. There's this beautiful evolution going on in your third eye. It is like, I can see things that I've never seen before. Now, this is your choice, what you choose to believe. And whenever you believe something, it's true. Whenever you choose not to believe something, it's not true. So you have this ability to grab onto whatever you choose to believe. If you believe that you can't do something, it's true. If you believe you can, guess what? It's true. So you can play with your belief system. Have a real good think about what you truly believed as a child, as a teenager, as an adult. Because every single, decade, say, we believe different things because we experience different things. We have different things. We everything's different. So we believe whatever we can see, what we experience. Now, the thing is, you're now going into different realms. In your sleep, you're going to different dimensions. I believe that you've got spirit coming and talking with you. Take note of your dreams. Take note, because you're getting upgrades while you sleep. So sometimes you can wake up feeling very exhausted. Other times you feel so vibrant. Like, it feels like there's no in between at the moment, because I feel like you're being tweaked as you sleep by spirit. And this is just so you can realize that there's so much more to what you see. And that's what spirit needs you to know. And they're letting me pull another card, all right? Because I want to elaborate on this, because there's something here that's going to, like, even people you find that you haven't trusted, they don't give you any reason not to trust them, but you feel that you can't trust them. And you know what? Believe that, because that's your gut. So really believe yourself. Okay, so this card is cooperation instead of competition. So I'm just going to read it, because this is, it says, what's yours is yours and no one can take that from you. There's no need to compete, as there's an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. I get it now. It's dropping in. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. So there has to be something here that has shifted for you recently, where the trust aspect, you find it hard to let people in because you feel like they're going to take what you have rather than help you along the way. Now, that's happened over and over again because you believed it. So you put out your order to the universe that you can't trust people because they'll take what you've got. Believe it, it's true. Don't believe it, it's not. Now it's time, because Spirit stepped in and said it's time for you to use people to be cooperative with them so they can cooperate with you. And in this, you will start building the faith back in humanity, in people, and connecting, because it's been very lonely being suspicious, not trusting. But you've had every right to be that way because of your experiences. But if you keep believing that that's your future, then you'll keep getting it. So in your dreams, Spirit is coming to help you heighten your perceptions and grow your intuition so that you can then let people in, because it's time that you believe in things that you've never believed in before. And I really want to get you a trinket as well, getting all the little bits and pieces. And of course, you got your beautiful star. Wish upon the stars. Believe that you're going to get what you truly desire. Because it's been hard. People haven't really believed in you a lot. So you started saying they're right. But I'm here to say, look what you just got. Wish on those stars, gorgeous one. And expect it. Believe it. Because you've got this. And that's where you're transforming. It's very exciting. Use that momentum and get to it. And that is your reading for card number 3. Thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. Don't forget to comment below, subscribe, like, all those algorithm things. And tell us, what did you resonate with these readings? And get the conversation flowing. Let's communicate. Let's believe we can communicate. And what was the other one? A little bit of balance, eh? There are readings. Take care. See you next time. Be kind to others, but especially be kind to yourself. Peace out.